Do you wish you knew exactly how to write a sales post to attract soulmate clients using the most powerful gifts from your astrology chart? Well, guess what? Now you can learn how for free. I'm going to share my cosmic copywriting secrets that have helped people to instantly turn strangers on the internet into buyers for their high-ticket offers. In my 5-part training series, Cosmic Attraction Copywriting, you'll learn the mindset switch that takes my clients from feeling confused about their content or not feeling fully safe to share their story online to making sales more easily and naturally than ever before, with the astrological placement that unlocks a new level of depth in your storytelling that builds trust 10 times faster with the clients who are genuinely a very aligned fit to work with you. Plus, the messaging tweaks that take my clients from attracting people who can't afford it to easy sales into 5-figure offers with no sales calls. And you'll get clarity on the 3 things your soulmate clients need to hear from you consistently in your message to feel confident and excited to buy your offer. You'll also get my writing process prompts to share your story in a powerful way that stands out to the right people and leads to ready to buy clients popping up into your DMs asking to work with you. Click the link in the description for instant access to Cosmic Attraction Copywriting. This is Sarah Mack and welcome to Creative Magic Club. Together, we'll discover inspirational stories of creative entrepreneurs living out their dreams, doing the work they are most passionate about, and building wealth in magical and fun ways. While building a 6-figure income as a writer and coach, helping other women to launch their dream businesses, I've connected with so many incredible people and seen it proven again and again that you can thrive financially doing whatever it is you are passionate about. I'm here to share life-changing strategies for mindset, making money, and reaching more people with your work in a business and life filled with creativity, freedom, and fun. Hi, Sarah Mack here. Welcome to the Creative Magic Club podcast, here to help you become a 6-figure creative by filling your high-ticket offer through authentic storytelling and astrology-guided content strategy. So today is part 2 of my 3-part series, helping you to use social media to build a 6-figure brand and to fill your high-ticket offer. So if you didn't already check out part 1, definitely go back and listen to that, where I shared how to build a personal brand on social media, specifically to attract high-ticket sales. And today I want to dive in a little bit deeper into how to use Instagram to not only attract, but actually convert clients into your high-ticket offer. And I'm going to share as a little case study how I made $5,000 in my Black Friday sale last year just from one sale, which is the beauty of selling high ticket offers, because you only need one client to make as much as $5,000 in one sale. So before we dive in, I want to remind you that the doors are opening for my Cosmic Copy Mastermind. We're taking new applications this week. So if you know you're ready to streamline your focus on your high ticket offer and filling it this year to get to those 5-figure launches and 6-figure years with simple launch strategy in fun and fulfilling ways that make you fall deeply in love with your business and life, DM me the word mastermind on Instagram or Facebook, and I will send you a bonus secret training with a ton of content prompts based on your unique astrology chart with some special enrollment offers for the first few people to join. So let's talk about building a brand on Instagram. I want to walk you through how last year I went from overthinking and overcomplicating my Black Friday sale to making $5,000 in sales in a very, very simple and straightforward way. So one option I was considering
is running a flash sale of some of my bundles. So I've run this flash sale a couple of times before over the past few years. And it's basically a bunch of different bundles of various trainings that I've made. And it has brought me in over $1,000 in one weekend when I've run it once before. And it's also made me $0 another time I ran it. And I have this bundle flash sale ready to plug and play with all the emails, the social media graphics, the posts, the carts, the links, everything ready to schedule out. Obviously, it's proven. It's made me, more than $1,000. So this is good content. So this could have been one very great option. Definitely more moving parts to this approach to a flash sale. But then I got back in touch with what my actual goals are and intentions, not only for last year, but also for this year, which was, fast approaching. Black Friday is end of November. So let's rewind to a few weeks before that. And somebody in my audience had recently asked me if I was going to be running a mastermind. And I really, really wanted to. I love running masterminds. I've had a lot of success. They've brought me a lot of income and they've helped clients create a lot of money and a lot of success in their own lives. And I've had ups and downs with running masterminds. My first mastermind, easy to fill. Like I refilled it multiple times over. And then I went through a bit of a phase where it just wasn't filling and I lost my confidence with launching masterminds. So I put running a mastermind on pause for a little bit in my business. And it had actually been probably close to a couple of years that I hadn't run one. So I purposefully been holding off because of my most recent launch that didn't succeed with my new mastermind. And I was like, you know what? Next time I do a mastermind launch, I'm just going to do it properly and like give it my best, because clearly I wasn't giving it my best because it didn't work. So I saw this as a sign when I got a DM from someone in my audience and I decided to go ahead. I was like, now is the time. I'm going to launch a mastermind in the new year. And so I actually decided for Black Friday to run an early enrollment special. So that special bonus enrollment was they got my best of the best of the best bundle. So I just took my best bundle from that bundle sale. I was like, I'm just going to make this one available. It's my high ticket sales bundle. I very rarely make this available. So that when I do make it available, there is a lot of incentive for people to jump on it. It's very high value. It's 11 of my masterclasses from a previous mastermind that have helped clients to book out their one-on-one multiple times, grow a wait list, reach 5-figure months in their business, live their dream life, build, their dream business, travel Europe, and it covers everything to build a 6-figure online brand as a multi-passionate creative. Then I also offered early bird pricing, so I offered a few $100s off. Plus, I offered as another bonus enrollment into the group program that I was currently in the middle of launching, which is my money mindset program, Create Money the Fun Way. So that was, okay, Create Money the Fun Way I was selling for $1,500. My bundle is valued at around $2,000. So that's over $3,500 of value and bonuses. Like amazing, amazing offer. And that's kind of the point of Black Friday, right? Is to get so much value when you choose to buy during that weekend. So far, all I knew was that I wanted to launch a mastermind. I had no sales page. So I was like, okay, what are the decisions I need to make? I decided on the launch date. I decided on the basic structure. I decided like how many calls, what the support would look like. I decided on the name and tagline. And I had tried to launch a very similar mastermind a couple years prior. And that was really my first offer, introducing my unique method of blending astrology with content strategy in my brand. So I'd been doing this work with one-on-one clients behind the scenes, but this was the first offer that was positioned in my brand to bring these two ideas together. And I launched a free 3-part series and nobody joined the mastermind. But I did sign a ton of one-on-one clients from that 3-part series. So I'm always a big believer in just leaning into whatever the frick is working and whatever seems to be coming easily for you moment to moment and trusting that. And so I just really leaned into my one-on-one, which if you've been following my brand, so this was before I got long COVID. In beginning of 2022, I got sick. I was sick for 15 months. So before that, I was like all about group programs because, like I said, I'd had a lot of success with masterminds. I'd launched a lot of group programs, and I was like, group programs are the way. This is how you have the most scalability. This is how you can impact the most people while creating the most freedom. You know, I was writing my book, so I was all about keeping space in my calendar. And I was like, screw one-on-one, get rid of one-on-one work. And then obviously the universe was like, not so fast, time to flip everything on its head. And because I had long COVID, I had fatigue, I had headaches, and my energy was very, unreliable. It fluctuated a lot. So the idea of not really having any calls on my calendar suddenly became very appealing. And that's when I launched my one-on-one as Voxer only. And I removed all calls from my calendar, which was just so perfect for that phase of my life. I had a lot of success with my one-on-one. And I got to continue developing this way of supporting clients using their astrology charts and helping them launch their high ticket offers and developing their content strategy. So, so it felt right to wait to relaunch my mastermind. But I saw this as a sign from the universe. It was ready. Like, you can go ahead and launch a mastermind again. I'd recovered from long COVID and I was excited to be, it is more to organize when you have a group program in terms of like call times and, setting calls on the schedule that need to align with everybody's schedules. And especially when it's, a high touch mastermind. I mean, it's not that much, but it was more work than I had been doing with my very flexible one-on-one Voxer clients, and then doing a lot of pre-recorded, free series on my podcast that just gave me a lot of time and energy flexibility. So I was like, okay, I'm going back, getting back in the game with getting some calls on my calendar. And yeah, I literally launched it with a few stories over Black Friday. I hadn't created any assets, hadn't created the cart, hadn't created a sales page, hadn't created any graphics. And the client who had inquired about the mastermind instantly said yes. She had previously signed up to work with me one-on-one in my intensive. She had told me that she was binging my podcast. So, she was a very warm client. She was sold on the value of my work and the power of blending astrology with content strategy and copywriting because she'd been getting so much value from my content. And this is really the power of your online brand and content. So that, everything that you're doing, everything that you're putting out there means that when you do launch a high ticket offer, you will have people in your audience who are already an easy yes. And this is why we show up consistently in our content and keep talking about our work and keep demonstrating to people the value of what it is that we do. When I see somebody's post, maybe an old friend who I usually wouldn't be thinking about, like, they will pop up in my dream doing something random. So the images and the stories that we consume have such a big impact on our unconscious, on our emotions, on just everything that we use to digest, from our vision, from our sound, from our imagination. So this is really the power of simply being visible in front of your people. This is the power of social media. This is the power of Instagram, particularly as, those visual elements, they communicate so much. That photo of that you might think is kind of boring, of like you having a cup of tea in your apartment, but like the palm trees that you can see outside the window give us information about where you live, or the snow-capped mountains, or I don't know, the cats or the children, like whatever it is that you have in your environment, that gives us information about who you are. And these are those little things that people connect to you and they see your humanness. So yeah, just show up and just turn the camera on and let people have a little snapshot of your life. This is half of the battle. The next piece is to lead with your differentiators. So what makes you different? And again, we can scratch our head and overcomplicate this until we're blue in the face, or we can just lead with our story. Obviously, it really helps to be really clear on those pillars that you use to communicate your work that you know is actually landing with the right people. So really this is your story and your method. Like, who are you? How did you get here? What's your story? And how do you do what you do? What is it about the way that you do it that is unique to you? And that doesn't mean you have to be different from everybody else who does it, but inherently the combination of who you are with what you do is unique because nobody's like you. And so even if you have a method or an approach that's highly, highly similar to many other people out there, your unique story brings that unique flavor that nobody else has. And simply by sharing your story and simply by sharing factual accounts of how you did your work today, that is going to communicate the things that people really need to know from your content, like your values and like who are your clients and the people that you're helping and why do you do the work that you do? Because these are the reasons why people choose you over somebody else. So make this so, so clear and repetitive. And another really important part of this conversation is who your work is for. So if you're a healer and you're like, but I can help so many people, like, and even once you start to niche down, for example, if you're an ADHD coach, that sounds really specific, right? But even within that, there's a much, much more specific group of people who are actually your soulmate clients, who are going to resonate with you because of your values, because of why you do it, because of how you do it, because of who you are, because of what you've walked through. And simply sharing your story and letting people in is it's going to do a lot of that work for you without you needing to sit there and scratch your head and be like, what are all of those super clear, specific points? So yeah, you can come at it from both directions, but making sure that these things are super clear is just going to allow people to know that you're for them so much faster and lead to that confidence and that clarity and that excitement to buy your offer. And then the final piece is obviously, yes, Instagram on its own, super powerful. If you didn't listen to part 1, definitely go back and listen to that from last week, where I talk in a little bit more detail about having that clear sales content strategy process. So this is really just deciding which content pieces you are producing on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis to guide people into your high ticket offer. So there are 1,000,001 strategies. So just pick the one that you want to work for you and work it until it works. There is no magical formula. There is no secret key that's going to unlock the gates to the kingdom. If you want to do a free challenge or a free series, if you want to do it on email, if you want to do it on Instagram, if you want to do it on podcast or on Zoom or in person, it doesn't matter. But be clear on those touch points that your people will go through that guide them through everything they need to know about you and about your work to make that confident buying decision. So not just slapdash willy-nilly showing up on Instagram and sometimes talking about your work and sometimes just showing a picture of your coffee and talking about your cats or your pantry mite, but making sure that the pieces of the conversation that need to be there for people to know everything they need to know about your offer, making sure they're there, making sure you know exactly where these conversations are happening and you're guiding people through that process so that you can actually get that feedback on if it's working or not. Because if there is a kink in that process, unless you have a clear process, you're not going to be able to identify which part of the process isn't working. So tune in to part 3 next week, where I'm going to talk about how to sell high ticket in the DMs and share one of my stories where I made a 16K sale from a 7-minute live stream and just share, generally how my high ticket sales conversations happen in my DMs with new clients that makes them so easy, so zero stress, and in a way that pretty much always leads to a high ticket sale with no sales calls required. So I hope you're loving this free series. Send me a message and let me know your takeaways or tag me at Sarah McMagic. And please, please, please go and leave a review on iTunes to help grow this show and help to get this content into the hands of more people who can benefit. And I'm sending you so much love. Have an amazing week. See you next week. Bye.
For more inspirational content, head over to my website withsarahmac.com and please support the show by liking, commenting, and subscribing. Are you a healer, witch, creative, or magical entrepreneur who's ready to fill your high-ticket one-on-one or group coaching program, and you want a sales page that will do the selling for you? Maybe you're tired of having a calendar full of sales calls and you want a sales page that can clearly articulate your offer and guide interested clients to feel ready to buy without needing to talk to you first. Maybe you already have a sales page and people are clicking on it but not reaching out, and you want to feel clear on what to say and what not to say to turn interested people into actual buyers. Having sales pages for my offers has led to filling a high-ticket group coaching program with 10 clients at $1,000 each while traveling on vacation for 2 weeks and launching using repurposed content. Having 5-figure months from sales into my $5,000 evergreen mastermind with no live launching beyond daily social media content. Signing clients into my $17,000 private mentorship program with no sales calls. When you book my Cosmic Sales Intensive, you'll walk away with a full, clear, compelling sales page for your high-ticket offer that will attract ready-to-buy clients and that you can continue to make sales with for years to come. Clients who have been through this offer have created a sales page that went on to sell out a high-ticket relationship coaching mastermind, had 20 applications within 48 hours of publishing, sold several $15,000 private mentorship packages, and even had a 6-figure launch with the sales page and content strategy we created within just a few weeks. Stop losing people with fluffy language that sounds the same as so many others in your industry, and clearly articulate why your work is worth $5,000 to $10,000 plus, even when you sell things like astrology, human design, breathwork, mindset coaching, or energy work. Book your Cosmic Sales Intensive now at withsarahmac.com or via the link in my description.